Hey everybody, it's RaspyGA. I'm pretty excited to get to talk to you guys about a new project I'm doing today. The other day I was at work and I went in a gun store kind of on a whim. Started looking at some ARs and most of all they had was 22s, but the guy said they had one 5.56 chambered AR, so goes under the counter and comes out with a Colt LE6920. Had the new Colt stock and a Magpul backup sight on it. I was like, dang, that's pretty nice. And I figured the price would be pretty high since ARs are crazy right now. But he told us a pretty good price. Not much, if any, higher than it was before this whole gun grabbing craziness went on. So I went ahead and jumped on it. My dad, he's been looking for an AR for a long time and hadn't been able to find a good quality AR. My grandfather, same story, ended up buying some Bushmasters, and he was paying north of like $1,400 for these pretty base Bushmasters. But my dad, he wanted a mil-spec gun, particularly a Bravo or a Daniel Defense, but he just wasn't able to find one. So I went ahead and jumped on this Colt, called him up, and he was pretty excited about it and glad to take it off my hands. So let me show you the gun real quick. It's a Colt 6920. Comes with one P mag. See, it's got Magpul rear sight. It's the Generation 2 flip sight from them. Colt's new weird double locking stock thing should actually end up being a decent stock. It's got sort of a kind of rubberized back pad on it, butt pad on it, and it's got QD buckets in the back. Shouldn't be that bad. It's got a regular right hand only safety, 16-inch M4 profile, 1 7/8 twist barrel, MP tested, F marked front sight posts, heat shielded hand guards, pretty much all the good stuff, all the stuff you'd expect from Colt or from any good mil-spec AR. It's marked, it's called an M4 carbine, not marked 6920 anywhere on the gun. So I told my dad about it and sent him a picture of it, and he said, man, that looks pretty stock. So he said, send me a list of stuff, you know, good stuff to put on it. So I said, all right, and over the years of shooting and running various guns of my own and other people's guns, I've kind of come up with an idea of what I like, especially since I shoot left-handed, which my dad does. He shoots left-handed rifle also. So I've learned stuff that I like and stuff that I don't like, and I have different preferences here and there. So I sent him a list, and he had a few questions about stuff, and explained it to him, and he went on ahead and he ordered everything, and he had it shipped to my house to build for him. I'm actually going up to his house on vacation in the coming days, so we'll take all this stuff up there and we'll build it, and I'll do a few extra videos when we're actually putting it together and show you all what it looks like in the end. But I just want to do a little video and show you all the stuff that he got, because he bought some pretty nice stuff. I mean, he went all out. He got my Cabela's Molly carrying case with a bunch of extra pouches and stuff here. Got some Howard Light Impact Sports Ear Pro that I run these, and they're real good. I guess he liked mine, so he went ahead and got him a set. Also, while he was shopping, he picked up a Extreme Light Vtac HL. And I've been pretty interested in one of these. Typically a Surefire guy, but they, I mean, 600 lumens for the price that these go for is pretty good. So we'll check that out. Look for a little mini review on that at some point. So I told him the basics that he needed for a gun, for it to be a working gun anyway. Is he's going to need a sling, and he's going to need a flashlight, and he may want to get optics. Those are the necessities to be a working gun. And then I had to edit in some niceties. So I'll start with some of the stuff that we're going with as far as a sling. So for a rear mount point, I told him that I have a preference for running a sling mounted at the rear of the receiver and then just in front of the receiver on the handguard. That's how I run it on my Daniel Defense. And he doesn't have the bucket in the back like my Daniel does to take a QD swivel. So we got one of these Daniel Defense. I'll show close-ups all this stuff, but a Daniel Defense rear QD sling attachment point. This slides over the receiver extension and then locks down with 2 screws and then a set screw in the back, and it has a QD rotation limited. Well, I guess maybe it's not rotation limited. Oh yeah, it is. 2-position rotation limited QD on either side of the gun, so it'll be ambidextrous. Comes with a nice heavy-duty QD swivel. So that takes care of the rear mounting point. With the front mounting point, I told him there'd be some good options out there if you wanted to run this handguard like a Magpul Mo handguard, but he went on ahead and he went all out. He got a 13-inch Troy Battle Rail Alpha, the Vtac version that has the slots. Now I have the regular Troy version, so mine has the holes in it, but he liked the way these slots look, and I kind of do too now looking at it. So we got the 13-inch Troy Battle Rail Alpha. We'll be running up there, and for the front sling mount, he ordered up a Impact Weapons Components front sling mount. It hasn't shipped yet, but it should be here shortly. I should say that we ordered most of the stuff from Bravo Company. What we couldn't get from Bravo Company, we ordered from Midway USA. Both are real good companies. And he also ordered a few things from Cabela's. So, and then a light to cover his light. He took my advice, and after messing with my Fury, he got him a EAG model Surefire Fury as a real tactical switch. It's press for momentary, click for constant. 500 lumens, pretty stout light. I've been real happy with mine. It's on my Daniel Defense. And he's going to mount that in a Impact Weapons Components or Haley Strategic Partners Thorntail mount, just on top of the rail. Since we're running this rail, and I'll be doing an installation video of that, we're just going to chop the front sight base down and cut all this extra stuff off and turn it into a makeshift low profile gas block. So he's going to need a new front sight. Told him that I like front sights that are fixed, and I explained to him why. You know, I don't have to reach out there and worry about popping it up. It's always there. Close quarters, you can just flash it up there and get a pretty good idea where you're at. So he agreed with my thinking on that, so he went ahead and got him a Daniel Defense fixed front sight, just like I run on my Daniel. And he's just going to run the Magpul rear sight for now, see how he likes it. What else do we got? Sling. So for the sling, I told him I like a Vtac sling. Explained to him why I like a Vtac sling. So he went in and got a Vtac sling, but he got the padded one. So it's just the same as mine, just padded. These are really good slings, good 2-point sling. They make pieces that you can run it sort of like a 1-point, just adjust really quick. Just intuitive, it makes sense. You don't have to fidget with it. You don't have a bunch of craziness going on anywhere. So he'll be running this connected with QD buckets at the back of the receiver and at the right here at the front of the receiver on the rail. All right. Since he's using left-handed, the stock charging handle leaves a little bit to be desired, especially if you have optics in the way or you're running your front side up. It's not as easy to come over the gun and get a good grip on it to power stroke it. Excuse me. It's doable. I did it in the military for 6 years, just running, you know, what they gave me. But it's less optimal, so, or less than optimal, I should say. So we went ahead and he got a Bravo Company gunfighter charging handle. This is the Mod 3, the large latch, and it's their new style, which has this little raised area to block gas coming back in the shooter's face, like if you're running a suppressed rifle. But these are real good charging handles. I'm a big proponent of these. And for the grip, he went ahead and he got him a Bravo Company Mod 1 grip. I run one of these on my Daniel. The grip is more vertical, so when you run the stock in tight and you're running the gun in off your chest in like a new isosceles style fighting position, it's more comfortable on your wrist. It's a good grip, so got him one of those. He also, this one doesn't come with any special trigger guard or anything. It's just got a standard trigger guard. And he was looking at getting a Magpul trigger guard, mainly for cosmetic purpose, but they were out of those. So he went ahead and got a Troy aluminum one. I got that laying around somewhere, but we'll put that on there as well. To address optics, he followed my advice. And got him an Aimpoint PRO. So this is a new Aimpoint patrol rifle optic. I don't have any direct experience with this. It's an Aimpoint product. I used Aimpoints in the military. I own several Aimpoints myself. It has a similar sight picture, size dimensionally, to a Compium 3 that I run on my AK. So I haven't put the batteries or anything in this yet, but I don't expect any surprises. It's an Aimpoint. Comes with a mount. This mount's pretty decent. It looks just like the mounts that I used in the military, or real similar to them. They were all right. He may have upgraded to a LaRue mount at some point in the future. So shouldn't be any surprise with the optic. Good quality Aimpoint stuff. Then the stock, I like having the ability to carry batteries in the stock of the gun, and I've recently traded a guy for had a CTR Magpul. I traded it for a Vltor, or Vltor as it's actually pronounced, I-Mod stock. I did that after running a friend of mine's mod stock that he had. I just really liked the cheek weld that it had, locked up solid, and held batteries. So he took my advice there, and he got him a Vltor I-Mod. It's just a standard I-Mod. Got battery storage capability. Got kitty buckets in the rear if you want to run in a nice rubber butt pad on the back for more traction. A cool Vltor sticker. So, and I think that about covers it, except for the stuff that hasn't come in from Impact Weapons. Oh, I almost forgot. Also got a, since he shoots left-handed, he's going to need, or he would prefer, an ambi selector. So I recommended a new one that I've been looking at myself. This is the Battle Arms Development Badass Selector Switch. That's what it's called. And you got it with a one short and one long lever. Levers can be changed either side, dovetail in. Got some screws, but I imagine some Loctite will keep that pretty strong. So I'll get this installed, and who knows, I may be grabbing one of these myself for my Daniel. Excuse me. So, except for the Impact Weapons stuff, it isn't here yet. That pretty much covers all the stuff that's going to be going on the gun. So needless to say, it's going to be quite well built. The only things that really he can address, other than what we've already covered, would be some type of muzzle device, and potentially a different trigger, like a Geisley trigger, some kind of nice drop-in trigger. But he's going to run it like this and see how he likes it. But I think it's all really good, top quality components from really good companies, and it's a really good gun. So I'm really interested to go ahead and build this up and get some rounds through it and let y'all know how it works. Like I said, I'll do an install video for the Troy rail and chopping the front side off, stuff like that. And you guys stay tuned. I appreciate y'all checking in and watching. Y'all be good, y'all be safe, and have a good day.